Hi everyone, welcome to the land of color and Camp Chroma. My name is Lori Sawaya. I'm a color expert and strategist, and I also designed an app called LRV Guru. You probably arrived here because you Googled for information about light reflectance value, or LRV, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to use the app I designed to capture, measure LRV of anything you want to, paint chips, countertops, tile, whatever, and also show you how the app will calculate the contrast ratio for you between two colors to LRV values. So that's the first part of this video. It's only going to take a couple minutes. The second part of this video, if you want to stick around for it, I'm going to show you how to use an app called Color Muse. The Color Muse is an important device here in this whole conversation because you need a Color Muse to work with the LRV Guru app. You can't just take a picture of a color like with your phone or a camera and then use the app, the LRV Guru app. That's because the phone, the camera, is only taking a picture of the color. It's not measuring the color. So we need to use a device that actually measures color, and that's what the Color Muse does. So I'm going to show you how to use the Color Muse device with the LRV Guru app to do contrast ratios, capture the value, and the whole works. But after we do that, part 2 of this video, if you want to stick around for it, I'm going to show you how to use the free Color Muse app that goes with the device to determine hue family. And this is a pretty powerful color hack, and you're going to want to stick around for it. So this device has multiple uses, so if you buy it to work with the LRV Guru app, I'm going to show you another way to use it. And if you're interested in purchasing one of these devices, the link is here on this page. I am an Amazon affiliate for this product, just so you know that. But if you click the link, it'll take you to Amazon. Cost about $49, and you'll get it in a couple of days. The Color Muse app is free at the iTunes store, and you can purchase the LRV Guru app also in the iTunes store. The Color Muse app we're going to talk about last is iOS, Android, works on pretty much everything. LRV Guru is iOS only. So with that said, let's get started. So you can see my iPad here, and I'm just going to tap the LRV Guru icon to launch the app. And the first thing I want to do is push the button on the Color Muse to wake it up, as they say. That's what they call it. So I push the button down and I get a blue light, and that tells me that the device is ready to connect to my iPad and the app. So I'm just going to tap on connect. And the first line, it recognizes it's detected my Color Muse, so I'm just going to tap on Color Muse. And the next step that it's going to ask us to perform is calibration. So I'm going to show you what that's all about. The Color Muse has the button in. I already showed you the button with the blue light. The other end is the scanner end, and there's a cap on it. And inside the cap is a white disc, and this is your white point calibration disc. So every time you launch an app to use your Color Muse, it asks you to calibrate the device, which is a really good thing, and that's one of the reasons why the captures, the color captures with the Color Muse are so accurate. So I put the cap back on, and I'm just going to tap my screen to calibrate the Color Muse, and we're ready to use the app. So we'll start from the top down on the menu. The first option is calculate. If I tap on calculate, I have 2 empty boxes. This option, this feature of the app, is for when you know the LRV value. You don't have to measure. You don't have to use the Color Muse to measure, to capture the value. You already know it. Usually you're going to get that information directly from the manufacturer. A good example of that is Sherwin-Williams. Sherwin-Williams prints the LRV on the back of all of their color chips. So I have 2 here to use in the demonstration. The first one is Drift of Mist, and its LRV is 69. So I'm going to tap on the first box. I'm going to enter 69. I'm going to tap next because I'm ready for the second value. This color is called Cool Avocado, and its LRV is 46. So I'm going to enter 46 and tap done. And as you can see on the screen, the app has calculated the contrast ratio between these two colors. The difference is 33%. It's appearing in red because it doesn't meet the standard guideline. The standard guideline, the standard contrast ratio guideline, is 70%. We could have a whole webinar about that 70% number and the equation that's used to get to the percentage, the contrast ratio percentages here. There are different ways to do it. This is known as the American way. The way the app functions, it uses the American equation, and it uses the 70% guideline. So this set of colors, this pair of colors failed. It doesn't meet the guideline. And that's good to know. And that's what the app is for. So I'm going to scan another color. I'm going to enter another color's LRV, and I'll show you what it looks like when it is successful, when the contrast ratio meets the guideline. And so I entered a really dark color. It has an LRV of 7. And the difference between these two colors meets the guideline. The difference is 85%. So let's go back to the menu. We already did the connect feature. That's how we got this far. We connected the device. So I'm going to tap on compare. This is the option that you use if you don't know, if you don't have the LRV values. So I have two colors right here. The first one is called Black Chiffon, and the other one is called Silver Glamour. These are colors from the Clark and Kensington collection at Ace Hardware. So I'm going to place the device on the first chip, the scanner side down, and I'm going to tap the first scan box in the app, and I get an LRV of 7. I'm going to move it to the second chip, Silver Glamour, type scan, tap on scan, and I get an LRV of 57. So the difference between these two colors is 88%, and the contrast between these two colors meets the guideline. And it's just that simple. So let's scan, sorry, I just hit the microphone. That probably made a big boom. So we're going to scan another set of colors. The first color here is called Falling Rain. It has an LRV of 65. The second color is called Meditation, and it has an LRV of 40, and the LRV difference is 38%, and that does not meet the 70% guideline. So you can change that target, the guideline target, from 70% to whatever you want to set it at, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. So I'm going to tap back, and from the menu, the next option down, the last option in our menu is More. I'm going to tap on More, and then I'm going to choose Settings. And this is where you change that LRV alarm percentage to whatever you want it to be. And it's just a little slide bar. So you use your finger to slide the dot to whatever percent you want your target to be for the app to calculate for you. If you want to get back to the default of 70%, you just tap default, and we're right back to our default. So let's go back to the main menu, and let's review really quickly. We went over calculate. You use the calculate option if you have known LRV values directly from the manufacturer. You use connect to connect your device to the app and your iPad or smartphone or whatever you're using. And we use the compare option to scan colors and ascertain the light reflectance values if we don't have them. And then it also calculates the contrast ratio for you between the colors that you've scanned. And then of course the More option takes you to the settings option where you can adjust that LRV target percentage. And that's all there is to the LRV Guru app. It's very quick, it's very easy to use. So again, you have to use a Color Muse with the app because you have to have a device that measures color. You can't just take a picture of it. You can find the LRV Guru app in iTunes. You can purchase it there. And if you're interested in purchasing a Color Muse, the link to my Amazon affiliate link thing is on this page too. So that's it for LRV Guru. And if you want to, if you're all done, that's fine. If you want to stick around for part 2, that's coming up, and I think you should stick around for it because I'm going to show you another use for the Color Muse. And again, we're going to use it to determine a color's hue family. We're going to figure out what hue family it belongs to. The reason we're doing this is because a lot of people struggle determining certain characteristics of color. You know, what is this color? What's it going to do in my space? When you measure a color with a device like Color Muse and you capture the spectral data is like a color's DNA or a color's fingerprint. And from that spectral data, you can derive specific information about the color's characteristics. And one of those characteristics you can measure for is hue family. So the math is complicated, and if you're interested in learning more about spectral data, hue families, color notations, color spaces, I recommend you check out my online training program called Camp Chroma. It's campchroma.com. If you go over there and tap on the black button on the front page, it'll take you to a landing page with all of the details about the course. So let's move on to part 2 and explore the options that we have with the Color Muse app. So I'm going to launch the app, I'm going to tap on it, and it's asking me to connect the device. So we tap on Connect Device, and we follow the directions in the app to to connect our app, and we press the button to wake like we did before. This will only take a minute. And then the next window that pops up is the calibration window for this app. So we just make sure the cap is on and we tap Calibrate. And we're ready to use the Color Muse app. So I want to point out the menu here. It's right up here in the left-hand corner. So I'm going to tap on the menu. And this app does several different things. For this video, we're going to focus on the option called Quick Inspect. So I'm going to tap on that. And it's a split screen. And just like similar to the LRV Guru app, we can scan 2 colors in one window. So I have a set of colors here. We're going to use Falling Rain and Meditation again. So I'll take the cap off of my Color Muse. I'll place it scanner side down on my first chip, which is Falling Rain, and tap Scan. And then I'm going to move it to Meditation and tap Scan. And here we have the data that the app provides. We'll start at the top. So in a big red box, it's telling us that these 2 colors are different colors. And the number 10.78 that you see is called a delta E, and that quantifies the difference between the 2 colors. Delta E is an advanced color concept, and again, if you'd like to learn more about that and how it's used and how it can apply to your color design workflow, you definitely want to check out Camp Chroma, because we go over all of that stuff. You learn about delta E and color spaces, all that good stuff in Camp Chroma. So for this video, we are going to focus on the values, the options that are located below the chips, the ones right down here: sRGB, D50, HSB, and LCH. sRGB is just a color space, and D50, if I tap on that, It gives you the C-Lab values, which is yet another color space. And again, if you're interested in learning more about this, Camp Chroma is definitely for you. So for this color hack that I'm going to show you, we want to choose LCH. LCH is the holy grail of color spaces. If you know how to leverage these values in your design workflow, you can do amazing things. It will save you a ton of time, and it just kind of elevates your color skills. It's really, really important to know how to use LCH, because remember how I said hue family was really important. If you know the hue family, then there really isn't any color conundrum that you cannot figure out. There isn't any color color relationship or color harmony challenge that you can't find a solution to. So having a quick and easy way, an objective and accurate way to determine a color's hue family is really important and very powerful. So we can see here that we've scanned these two colors, Falling Rain and Meditation. Falling Rain's hue angle is 14.4. and Meditation's hue angle is 27.3. So let's go back for a second and talk about the L and the C. L stands for lightness. So on a scale from 0 to 100, this tells you how light or dark the color is. C stands for chroma, and chroma answers the question, how colorful is this color? And the chromaticity scale runs from 0 to 100 too. But there's an easier way to approach both of these, and I teach you how to do that in Camp Chroma. For today, we're going to just focus on the hue angle and figuring out what hue family these colors belong to. So the other thing I want to say that's really important is color wheels are very useful if you know how to use them. This is a color wheel. I hope you can see it. I'm going to hold it up over my face so you can see it. This is a color wheel that I designed. It's called the Color Strategist wheel. And what I did is I integrated two concepts. The outside of the wheel is 360 degrees, and the inside of the wheel is comprised of 10 hue families. The hue families are similar to the hue families that Munsell used in his color system. So if we have this tool, this Color Strategist wheel, and we have the Color Muse to scan colors, and we use the app to get the data from the scan that tells us what hue angle a color has, we can look the hue angle up on the Color Strategist wheel, and then we can reference the inside of the wheel and determine the hue family. So let's try it with the two colors that we just scanned. So the first color, Falling Rain, has a hue angle of 14.4. And 14.4 is going to be up here at the top. So here's 10, here's 15. So we just follow it right on down into the inner circle of the color wheel, and we can see, oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. And we can see that 14.4 is going to put us right here in the middle of the red hue family. So that means that this color, Falling Rain, belongs to the red hue family. It's just that simple. The second color that we scanned, which was Meditation, has a hue angle of 27.3. So we come on over to here, here's 20, here's 25. It's right here in this neighborhood. So it's almost to the end of the red hue family. At 27, 27.3, I have to peek here. That puts it right about at 8, here's 5, it puts it right around 8 here for its hue family. So Meditation belongs to the red hue family too. So with it being over here, all the way over here towards the end of the red hue family, because here's the end of the red hue family here, right here at 10R, and meditation was at 8. The other advantage of knowing how to use hue families is overtones. So because of where the color falls on the wheel according to its hue angle, we can determine that there's a potential for meditation to have an orangish or peachy overtone to it once you get it up in the space. So in addition to knowing the core characteristic of what hue family it belongs to, it also gives you an indication of any overtone or hue bias that a color might have. So hue angle is very powerful, and that's just one example of how you can use hue angle to really analyze a color. And the great thing about this is we scanned it with a Color Muse. So this is an objective, consistent and objective. This isn't like somebody's subjective opinion or eyeballing a color and saying, you know, this has a color cast of green gray or something. So it's hue family and hue angle and spectral data, and using a device like a Color Muse is the way color experts do it. So if you're interested in a copy of this color wheel, I'm going to put it down now so I don't have to peek around it to talk to you. If you're interested in getting a copy of the color wheel, I'll tell you how to do that. It's kind of hidden, but I'll tell you where to go. You need to go to campchroma.com and again click on the black button on the front page. That will take you to the landing page for the campchroma.com online training classes. Scroll down to the syllabus part. It's a long page. Everything you want to know about Camp Chroma is on that page. But scroll down to the syllabus and you'll see a tab, and it says download the color wheel. And if you click on that tab, it'll take you to a downloadable PDF of the Color Strategist color wheel, and you can download it as many times as you want. So that's it for the Color Muse app, and that's it for the Color Guru app. I hope you found this information helpful. One last thing I want to say about the Color Muse is if it starts flashing with a blue light and you just can't get it to connect to your device, just hold the button down for 15 to 20 seconds. That will reset it. If you still can't get it to connect, try turning off the Bluetooth on your device and turning the Bluetooth back on, plus reset your device, and that usually does the trick. So if you have any questions about anything we talked about, just shoot me an email, Lori@thelandofcolor.com. That's Lori. And thanks so much for watching the video. And again, I hope it helped. I hope you found it interesting. And if you want to learn more, if you like, if you're curious about this approach to color using spectral data, definitely check out my online training program. We'd love to have you join us. So thanks so much. I hope you visit the Land of Color often. I know LRV brought you here, but I hope you come back. And until next time, thanks everyone.